and welcome to the Live Lounge at Open Banking Expo Canada 2026. Joining me now is Pamela Draper, who is President of Digital Commerce Payments. Pamela, welcome to the Live Lounge.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Well, we're already well underway here. We've had several sessions on the main stage. We've got the exhibition floor, which is buzzing. What have you taken away from the day so far?
Well, I think one of the most exciting things about today versus attending these conferences in the past is how much closer Canada is to a potential open banking framework that will give companies within the fintech industry some clarity in terms of what they're going to be able to do. We don't have that today, but in years past, we were so much further from it. Whereas now we have a government who's committing to putting in place a framework. There's headlines coming in 2027 where we'll hopefully have some definitive structure. So I think that allows the conversations in the room today to be much more advanced and excited to be on the doorstep versus one day, someday.
And you're going to be taking part in a session in a little while on the stage, talking all about real-time rail and pay by bank. The angle is what's coming next.
Yeah.
So why is that the right moment for this conversation to be happening?
I couldn't say enough about this. We are so excited for the real-time rail because within Canada, in our corporate structure, we have Digital Commerce Bank, and Digital Commerce Bank has been in the working group for real-time rails for some time. Real-time rails, like Open Banking Framework, has been known to be coming in Canada for what feels like forever, but now it truly is coming. This year, in 2026, we will have the launch of the real-time rail, and through our bank entity, Digital Commerce Bank, we'll be in wave one of the real-time rail rollout and will be the only Canadian bank confirmed to be in wave one. So really excited for the panel. It's the right time because it's actually about to happen September of this year to get live after lots of years of anticipation.
Yeah, absolutely. And what's the one point that you're really hoping to land when you're on stage?
Well, I think because some of these ideas have been coming for so long, whether it's open banking or real time rail, I think the one point that I really want to get across to people is you have to make a decision. Are you going to be participating in the real time rail or you're not? So think about your business, think about what real time rail potentially means, think about the opportunity of embracing it or potentially the threat of not embracing it if your competitors do decide to offer it as a payment mechanism. Whatever the answer is, that's going to be completely individual to your company. But you need to be thinking about that now because it is coming and it will be part of the ecosystem. So, how are you going to deal with it? And then, whatever decision you decide, then you can take action steps to prepare for that decision.
Well, hopefully you're going to draw a great audience for this session. What's the one thing you'd like those who are coming to see the panel have in mind when they come and watch that? What questions should they be asking themselves?
Yeah, I think how do we prepare for this? And I think one way you can prepare for it is start asking people who are in the working group or who are going to be offering in Canada, what are the different ways that you can approach it? Because it's not a one size fits all. Ourselves, for example, will have three different ways that a company could potentially approach the real time rail, and they're bite sized for your company. So you could offer it as a payment method in the same way that we offer e transfer or EFT. You could become what is known by Payments Canada as a connection service provider or CSP. In that model, you become a direct member with Payments Canada, but employ someone like us to help you with the tech. This helps with that build versus buy decision. Do you have the in-house team to build the tech, or are you going to contract that out to someone? Or the third option is go all in on it and become a direct member and build the tech yourselves. But I think being able to think through those various different paths is one of the conversations I'd like to start with the panel for every member in the room.
And we've come here today. We're gathered here to kind of have these conversations in a room, in person. Why is that important as opposed to other formats like consultations and white papers? Do you think?
I think consultations and white papers are great from a research and from a background perspective, but being in a room like this, the conversations happen so much more spontaneously. And then as a result of that, more holistically. Might not know a conversation that you're supposed to have that you wouldn't have otherwise had unless you were in this room because you bump into someone and that sparks a dialogue about something that wasn't even on your radar, but then it puts it on your radar. And I think that's so important. And I ran into people today that I didn't mean to have conversations with, that I didn't book to have conversations with, where there'll be ongoing future follow-up and dialogue as a result of that intersection. And then on top of that, I have all the meetings that I was able to book knowing that we were just going to be all in one space at one time. So it really does facilitate dialogue from both a planned perspective, but that unplanned one I think is so important.
Yeah, far more organic, isn't it, I
Exactly.
guess? Well,
Definitely.
Pamela, it's been a pleasure to have you in the Live Lounge. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.